and welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'm Bobbi of East Coast Keto.
And I'm Geoff, also of East Coast Keto.
I was expecting
We
you,
are.
I was expecting you to say, and I'm not Bobbi.
Yeah, well, I'm not.
You are not. You're definitely not Bobbi
I'm not
of
Bobbi.
East Coast Keto.
I'm Geoff.
Anyway, we are East Coast Keto couple, and today we want to talk to you about the
hooch.
the question that I think most adults want to know when they start a ketogenic diet.
It's probably one of the biggest questions we get asked.
Right? Because everybody wants to have a little glass of...
Where's mine?
I don't know. You don't have one. You're on keto. You're not allowed to have alcohol. All right. So, are you allowed to have keto alcohol or alcohol when you're on keto? And you know what? In a purist world, the answer would be no.
No.
You know, but we don't live in a pure world. We live in a real world, and you know,
And yeah, even though we run a clean keto group, we also live in a real world. I mean, and we're on the East Coast too.
What does the East Coast got to do with?
We like to drink.
We likes to drink. And this is where he usually throws in a "come on, we goes."
Come on, we goes.
Anyway, what happens with alcohol is it will either stall or slow your progress, because what happens is your body has to burn off the alcohol before it can even look at any carbs or any fat or anything else.
Go back to burning ketones.
Exactly. So if you are going to have a drink, you know, you definitely need to keep that in mind. You know, you don't want to have a drink every night. More of a special occasion, you know, like on the weekends or your birthday or whatever. And one of the other things to keep in mind too is that because you're in a new metabolic state,
You're a lightweight.
you are 9 chances out of 10 a lightweight, meaning that if you used to be able to drink, say, 4 drinks and knew you were okay, you know, you might be able to have 1, you know, or 2, and it's going to... It's going to hit you harder and quicker. So with that being said, for God's sake, you know, don't go out and have a drink and drive because you used to be able to do a pre-keto, because it is just not safe anymore.
So the big benefit there is you're going to spend an awful lot less on booze.
There you go.
Because you simply can't drink as much.
So you're a cheap drunk.
Cheap drunk.
There you go.
Cheap date.
So if anyone is interested in what I'm drinking here, why don't we start off with wine? What I usually do is I usually put a little tiny bit of wine down in the bottom of my glass, and I'll usually throw in a couple of berries just to kind of make it all fancy smancy.
Odd numbers, always.
And I'll always put it in a special glass, so I feel like it's a special drink.
It's in a wine glass.
Exactly, and then I fill it right up to the top with lemon lime Zevia is my choice.
It's your choice.
Now, you could also use, if you have one of those water filtery things,
The soda spray.
the Soda Stream. You can also just use water, just carbonated water.
Mm-hmm.
You can use club soda. Club soda is
Even
good
just
to go.
plain water. One of my favorites is I'll throw a bunch of ice cubes in and put in
In wine?
in a glass.
Well, we were starting off with wine.
Okay, just starting off. I'll go back to wine now.
So do a spritzer like that. Now, with the wine, you're going to use the rating system that's in your alcohol store.
In your liquor barn?
In your liquor store. And I know here in Newfoundland, it's a 1 to 3 rating system. So the 1 would be dry, the 2 would be kind of neutral, and the 3 would be a sweeter variety of wine. So when I'm choosing wine myself, the most I'll go is a 2. I'll try to get a 1 if possible. Mm-hmm. And, you know, when you do it this way, you know, you look at how much wine you're having in the bottom of your glass. You got a great big drink out of it.
And what you have there is Lambrusco, which is pretty good.
It's an Italian one.
Yep. And it's a 1.
Yep.
And it's pretty inexpensive too.
Exactly. So let's move on to beer. Now again, beer technically isn't keto just because it is usually barley, hops, wheat.
It's wheat based.
Yeah.
So and we're all about no grains. So in a strictest form, again, beer is a no. But
we
back to real world.
we all know you're out mowing the lawn on a Sunday afternoon and
it's
it is
30
warm,
degrees.
and boy, that beer sounds so good. So if you choose to indulge in a beer, stick with the low carb options. So Michelob Ultra, I know
Michelob
is
Ultra
one.
and Sleeman 2.0.
Yep.
I think there's one in the fridge there now.
Yeah, Coors Light is a lower
It's
carb,
lower,
but it's not as low.
I think
as,
it's like four
Yeah.
and a half, somewhere around there.
Yep. And then the last one we'll talk about is spirits. So in general, when you're looking at spirits, the lighter the alcohol, the better. They darken it with molasses or burnt sugar.
Burnt sugar.
So that dark color is pure. So a white rum, for example, would be better than an amber rum, would be better than a dark rum. Choose vodka, choose white rum. Stay away from any flavors. As you were about to say, instead of going and getting the cranberry flavored vodka or the lemon flavored vodka or whatever, because there's a whole bunch of unknowns on there. You're better off just to get a plain basic rum or a plain basic vodka.
Yeah.
And as you do.
And yeah, my favorite is a bit of vodka and the bottom of the glass with some ice.
And you usually have a bunch of exactly.
Bunch of ice. So
your ice is up here. Realistically, it would be down around here.
It's like a shot of vodka.
It's a couple of shots.
And I don't even need the Zevia, or I'll top it up with water.
But
and
we're making
a shot of,
for the sake of making suggestions. So the first thing you can
club
do,
soda if you like the fizz.
exactly, or the lemon lime Zevia.
Yep.
Or
the black cherry Zevia.
Exactly.
There's different flavors of Zevia that work.
So if I was doing it, what I would do was I would take vodka, I would put in either the lemon lime or the club soda, and then I'd throw in a little squirt of stir or something on top of that to put your flavor in, whether you want a lemonade or you know. Now you can get the Zevia with like a root beer or an orange or a cola, but that's just my choice is to have that. So, long story short, you're, yes, you can have, but easy does it because, again, it is going to affect you more.
Do not drink and drive.
Do not drink and drive,
if you've, in your past life, been able to have a drink or two and be comfortable to get behind the wheel, don't do it.
Just don't do it.
No.
Anyway, that's our video on alcohol. I hope it answered all your questions, and we will be back with our next video. So thanks for tuning in.
If you got any questions, post them on the video and we'll make sure to answer them.
Yeah. Talk to you soon.
See you next time.
Bye.